Hi guys, it's Sandeep from FoneArena and we are here at the LG G6 event that's happening during MWC 2017. We'll be taking a look at some of the new features as well as upgrades that the LG G6 brings in the camera department. It's also quite similar because it packs a dual lens system similar to the V20 and LG G5. So let's see what's remained and what has changed. So this here is the new LG G6 smartphone that features a larger 5.7-inch 1440p display that also has rounded corners, and that looks really good, especially in the viewfinder that you'll see here. So if you'll actually go and check the auto mode, you'll see that it occupies the full screen and the rounded corners really look really good. So like in the case of the V20 as well as the G5, the G6 also packs a dual lens system at the back, but what's different about this is that there's no longer any camera hump over here. You can see that the camera unit is flush with the phone's body and it looks quite good. There's a LED flash in the center and there's no longer any laser autofocus either. But laser autofocus on the V20 as well as the G5 was more of a hit or miss situation, so this actually isn't much of an omission either. The first camera over here is actually a 13 megapixel standard angle camera that has a field of view of 71 degrees, while the other is also a 31-degree wide angle which has a field of view of 125 degrees. On the V20 it was actually an inferior camera in terms of the megapixel count, and on the G5 too, which had 8 megapixels of resolution, while on this case is actually both 13 megapixels. Up front you also have a front-facing camera with a resolution of 5 megapixels, and in this case it actually has two different modes as well. You have a standard mode and you have a wide angle mode that has a 100-degree field of view, while the standard mode has 82-degree field of view. So now LG's been known to have really good camera UI in terms of the functions, but the UI looks a bit cluttered and looks a bit too professional. This time around they've gone for more easier looking icons, and they've also updated quite a lot of new features with the camera app. So one of the new features is basically the square feature that allows users to make use of the 18:9 aspect ratio of the screen. So you can actually capture two different shots and it'll come side by side at the top as well as the bottom. So you can capture two different shots and combine it to take a single shot. So this is available in both the wide angle as well as the narrow angle mode, and apart from that you also have a bunch of other modes, including the auto mode, the manual mode, and the manual mode extends to not just the photo mode but also the video. So in the photo mode you can see that you have a white balance, focus, exposure compensation, ISO, shutter speed and exposure lock. You can also head into the manual video mode where you'll have even more controls, especially in terms of the bitrate. You can head into settings to customize the video resolution. As you can see, it records all the way up to Ultra HD, which is 4K, and this is one of the very few phones that comes with a 16:9 aspect ratio, a 21:9 aspect ratio, and even an 18:9 aspect ratio, since the screen on this phone itself is actually an 18:9 aspect ratio. So we have seen the 21:9 aspect ratio already on phones such as the V20 and the G5 and even the V10 in fact. So this additional 18:9 aspect ratio is something that LG claims will make full use of the screen estate on the LG G6. Apart from that, you can also see features such as the hi-fi audio. The V20 was one of the first smartphones to feature hi-fi audio recording on a smartphone. You can also choose the bit rate, which goes all the way up to high. You can choose low, medium and high, and when you actually select Ultra HD at high, you can see that it records at 52 megabits per second, which is actually a bit lesser than the LG V20, which can go all the way up to 64 megabits per second. You also have a timer, you have steady recording, which is not actually there in the Ultra HD mode, but is actually there in the Full HD mode. So you can see that it becomes enabled. You also have tracking focus. And another feature that LG was demoing is actually the progressive zooming in feature with the wide angle and the regular angle instead of a direct jump. So as you can see, there's a bit of a transition and a bit of a filter that shows you how it progresses from a wide angle to a regular angle when you're actually using it. Apart from that, the UI seems quite smooth, quite fast, and you also have a few other features such as a signature button, you have a raw capture mode, you have a cheese shutter, and you can also choose the kind of resolution you want for each of the photos. And even in photos you have the 18:9, 1:1, 16:9 and 4:3 aspect ratio modes. So aside from some of the hardware changes, another important thing about the LG G6 is that it features Dolby Vision as well as HDR10 technology that provides for more vibrant as well as photos with better dynamic range. and it's also got a really nice stabilization feature that is done in partnership with Qualcomm and the Snapdragon 821 chipset, so which means that the videos will be really smooth in terms of the image stabilization. Now, it also remains to be seen just how well the G6 stacks up to phones such as the Google Pixel in terms of the dynamic range, especially since the Pixel has a really nice processing when it comes to the HDR plus mode. So apart from that, the G6 seems to be well sorted in terms of the actual hardware that's being used for the camera, as well as some of the software developments as well. So featuring a Snapdragon 821 processor, the image processing should be really fast, and it also comes with Dolby Vision and HDR10 technology. So that was a quick look at the camera features and the software of the LG G6 from here at MWC 2016. If you like this video, do hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.